Hey y'all, it's Moonbeam. I'm back, and as of December 1st, Amberlynn is back from her break as promised. She's got a new video up. She announced this break a little before Thanksgiving on her community page. She told her audience to stay safe and stay warm until December 1st when she returned. Folks were not having it considering the rarity situation. The cat, of course, has still not been found. Let me guess, you made your money for the month monetizing rarity missing. So now you've got to wait till next month to monetize that you still haven't found her. Fair enough. Sure hope your missing cat is safe and warm. Stay safe and warm, unlike my cat. Hopefully your cat is warm and safe with a new family. Honestly, this is probably the best case scenario here. The second best case scenario being that Rarity is in a shelter that just hasn't managed to connect with Amberlynn yet. But hopefully one of those two things has happened. I would hate to think that that cat is still out in the Wisconsin winter, as that just is going to get colder and nastier. Of course, no one really wants to think about the worst case scenario, but there has been a post circulating on Facebook that was a bit concerning. Warning here about pet loss. If you don't want to hear about that, skip forward. And I'll put a timestamp here to skip forward to if you don't want to see these posts. So this is the Facebook post that was circulating about a deceased cat. At a glance, it does seem like it could potentially describe Rarity. It's the right color scheme, female, no chip, doesn't sound like it has a collar either, right area. It's certainly concerning. Amber, of course, has declared that it is not Rarity, that she contacted the shelter and confirmed that it was, in fact, not Rarity. Not only did I immediately call and have a discussion with them, they literally just called me again today to clarify it is not Rarity because they saw these comments on here and how I've been treated. And it's obvious it's not Rarity due to the white on the deceased cat's face and lack of white on the paws. They even told me not to go into the animal shelter because, one, it's not a pretty sight, talking about the cat, and two, it's clear it isn't Rarity. Okay. Now, I've also seen some speculation that Amber did not leave this comment, that perhaps Emily or someone else left it on Amber's behalf because certain turns of phrase don't really sound like Amber. Now, to me, certain ones do, literally being one of them. But of course, that's people's opinions. That's whatever. What does stand out to me here is the part about them seeing the comments. I'm assuming by they, she means the shelter. They saw these comments on here and how I've been treated. That really just sounds like FBI Frank complimenting her on her subscriber count. I just don't find that super believable, that folks at a shelter dealing with everything they're having to deal with in Wisconsin winter are taking the time to find Amberlynn Reid on social media and see these comments that people are leaving about how she should have driven to the shelter to confirm by sight that it's not Rarity, which I understand. I would probably want to do that personally myself. However, I do understand that with some animals, if they have a distinctive enough pattern, that you could potentially rule that out over the phone. However, for me personally, I probably still would want to go. I can see this one both ways, to be fair to Amber. However, I don't believe for a minute that the shelter called her because they saw comments online. No, that didn't happen. All right, let's get into the actual video. It's called The Truth. Let's see what she has to say for herself.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this video is going to be updates on Rarity, my cat that is missing, and also questions and concerns that I've seen float around. I want to do my diligence and like answering questions because it just seems like a lot of people are confused, and I know there is a section of people who watch me who stay confused on purpose. I'm not making this video for them. I'm making this video for my supporters and for people who actually care about Rarity. So a big question is like, what day did she go missing? Did she go missing while you were at the Billie Eilish concert? Like, I'm confused why you're at a concert while your cat is missing. Like, what? Billie Eilish concert happened on the 14th. Rarity went missing very early in the morning on the 17th. I was not at a Billie Eilish concert while my cat was missing. I could tell you that. Every time
No, you were just uploading about a Billie Eilish concert while your cat was missing.
I upload a video now, the question is, why are you doing that instead of looking for your cat? My answer to that is pretty simple. Two things can happen at once. I am working and I'm also trying to look for my missing cat. I'm literally in my bed in the
We've only seen one.
dark editing my videos at like 2 a.m. as it's snowing. And yes, please do not remind me that it is snowing and my cat is outside. I just hope that there is a
Potentially. Hopefully. Over another option, your cat is outside.
loving person who found her and is currently taking care of her and just haven't contacted like the animal shelter or anything. That is my
Best case scenario. Best case scenario, to be honest. Somebody has her and they're just like, you know what? We'll just keep this cat for right now and see what happens.
hope in this. I go through random moments where I literally have the biggest breakdowns and I'm like, all right here is so dry and painful. Even just like touching it hurts because all I do is cry, it feels like. And I'm just becoming literally a shell of a person. Rarity was everything to me. Like, I know some of you guys would joke around that Rarity was my favorite of the three. That's not true. I don't have a favorite, but you guys would joke about that. I loved.
Oh, you did have a favorite, and it was Rarity, and that's why I do think Rarity getting out was an accident, but I'm not sure it's the accident that she wants us to think it was. And people who know about the Gracie situation and believe that she may have been responsible in that, I think will know what I'm getting at with that comment. But I want to see what she has to say, and then I might get into that a little more later in this one.
For a lot. She just like followed me everywhere, literally everywhere. No matter what room I was in, no matter what I was doing, she was there. So in vlogging moments, you guys saw that because she was always there. Like, she just was attached to my hip and she was just my little best friend. And to not have her and to like...
She was, and I think that's noteworthy for why I think that this was an accident in a different way than what she's saying.
Like,
just keep that in mind.
ugh, the hardest part of it all is the unknown. Where is she? Is she hurting? Is she scared? Is she cold? Like, does she feel lonely? Like, it's just so much. Or is she having the freaking time of her life? Like, the world is her oyster. I don't know. Cats don't run away, they explore. And they explore too hard, and then they get lost.
They might run away if they're extremely stressed out.
That's what happened with Rarity. She didn't run away. People were wondering, was she stressed? No, she acted like she owned this house. I was like, Tommy, I think you have a new owner of this house, and it is Rarity. Rarity isn't like a scared cat. Like, she handles herself so well. She adapts so well. Like, she's just a smart little kitty, and she loved it here. Like, this is really sad, but literally this video I'm about to show you is her laying on Tommy a night before she went missing.
This does not prove that the other animals didn't stress her out. Just because she got on with the new strange human who knew how to approach a cat, a strange cat, and befriend it, doesn't mean that the addition of the other animals didn't stress her out. Show us her interacting with Emily's dog. Show us her interacting with Emily's
happy,
cat.
She's content. She's purring. And it just breaks my heart that, like, she explored.
Show us her content and purring with the other animals and not being stressed out by them, and then I'll believe this.
Too hard, and now I can't find her, and I feel like I'm failing, but I'm doing everything I can. I will not be crying in this video. I am being attacked for crying. I'm being attacked for not crying. I'm being told there's no tears when I am crying. I am being
Are there, though? Are there tears?
told, why are you so horrible? You're not crying. Like, it's just like, what is happening? I don't know. Which kind of reminds me, people were like, why were you smirking? Why weren't you crying in this video? If you guys remember that video, it's because there was mixed company here. I wasn't the only one here. Tommy wasn't the only one here. There was mixed company, and it's not people I normally film in front of, so I was...
So stop filming and deal with this situation instead of acting weird on camera, monetizing your missing cat.
feeling a little awkward and a little like shy a little bit. People noticed that I seemed a little off. That is why. People are also asking if the Tommy's Rumors video, which this one right here, was filmed while Rarity was missing. No, absolutely not. People are also asking, like, why do I keep talking in past tense? Like, why did I say, I know you guys loved her, instead of saying, I know you guys love her?
That's good questions.
Anxiety and my mental health is so bad that my brain keeps going to the worst case scenario.
Whenever she doesn't have a good answer, this is what she falls back on. The mentals.
I am trying more than anything to stay positive and to think positive and to just like do my diligence as a pet owner. There is a small amount of defeat inside of me, and I don't want to give up. When you hear me speak in past tense, that is why. Is because I'm just having so much anxiety and fear and stuff that it's really getting in my head. Another question I'm getting is,
so it's not because
why
you
isn't
know.
the yard fenced in? It is a fenced in yard. Another question is like, bro, Amberlynn, like, how did you...
Okay, that is kind of a ridiculous question. Anyone with a cat knows that a fence is not gonna stop anything.
not notice that the door was open when you let the dogs out. So yesterday I actually filmed exactly what happened and how it happened. So here it is. Okay guys, so instead of explaining how it happened, I want to show you how it happened. I did just get out of the shower, so my hair is wet. And
it wouldn't be an Amberlynn video without her telling us how she just got out of the shower, or she's a mess, or here's my messy bun, or something.
That. So usually I take the dogs out and this curtain is usually open. So I just close it like that. But when it happened, it was 5 in the morning. Yes. And this is closed. And when I closed this door, I thought I closed the door. It seemed like I did. I was half asleep with a million things on my mind. And this is how far I left it open. Like the most...
You couldn't feel that cold air? Oh, look at that weather. Oh, God.
Can happen in less than a second. And literally ruin and shatter your whole life. Like a lot of people were confused saying that I leave the door open for the dogs to go outside. No, it happened after the dogs came back inside. And
again, with the, it just takes a second. Yeah, that's why you have to pay extra attention. How could you not look? How could you not feel a little extra with your hand just to make sure something? How did you not feel the cold air coming inside from the 5 a.m. November, Wisconsin outdoors?
The only reason why I noticed is because the spot you guys always see me sitting in is literally right here. This is the dining room, by the way. So after I let the dogs back in, I was just doing things around the house. It was like 20 minutes later. I sat down in the chair and I felt like a super cold breeze. And I was like, that's weird. And then I put two together. I came
It
over
took
here.
you that long?
It's like I said, these were closed. I opened these. I like peeked around the corner and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And then that's when I knew. That's when I knew. And a lot of people are confused on like when it happened. It was the 17th at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I'm telling you, we searched this house high and low and searched like surrounding areas outside of the home. And then that's when we put it online that Rarity was missing, and the haters have officially made it to where Rarity's poster is even being taken down from websites because of the fake Twinkie one, which is so unfair and so wrong, and it's taking away.
Yeah, honestly, whoever did that fake Twinkie one should go sit in the corner. That was ridiculous, completely uncalled for, completely deflects from actual missing animals and finding Rarity or any other animal in that area that is legitimately needing to be found. So, you know, no, that was too much. Too far.
Ultimately saving Rarity's life. Like, it is literally that easy for it to happen, and so many of you have contacted me on Instagram saying that like the same thing has happened to you guys, where like cats can slip out the door in literally half of a second. Like, I am always so mindful and careful about things like this.
Except for when Gracie got out, and now when Rarity got out.
I know that Rarity is adventurous. I know that she has the desire to explore literally everything.
So don't put any identification on her whatsoever.
I always have to be super careful, but like I literally thought.
Don't be super careful all the time though. It's fine. You're in a new place. Don't put identification on the cat. Don't be even more vigilant about the door.
I closed the door because it's a routine that I do every single day, and I'm being called neglectful for it, and it's just like, it hurts. And it's like, if you call me neglectful for that, then you're calling every single person who has a missing animal neglectful, and that's not the case. Mistakes
No, because not every single person who has a missing animal left a door open for a cat in a strange place with no identification who they have already called adventurous.
Happen. I am literally beating myself up constantly. I blame myself wholeheartedly for Rarity being missing. Like, I am so beyond worried that there's just no.
It's not like she slipped out as you were coming in and out and there was legitimately nothing that could be done because your hands were full of groceries or something. No, you left the door open.
No words to express the pain and the regret that I have. I should have been more careful, but neglectful, no. I'm not that. Did I make a huge, massive mistake? Yes. And I'm going to have to live with that. Again, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support. You guys have been contacting me and Tommy every single time there is like a missing gray and white cat found. And it's been really helpful. And someone messaged and said that they saw a missing gray and white cat actually close to where we are. So that helps us. Like, we stay in our neighborhood when we go out and look. And now we're also going to that spot where someone said that it might have been her that they saw. I have posted all kinds of flyers. Tommy has posted flyers. We have called shelters. I have messaged shelters. We have gone outside. We have gone on foot. We have gone in the truck very slow, with flashlights, without flashlights. We have called her name. We have called her nicknames. We have left out food, the litter, clothes, anything that she can smell and be like, whoa, that's home. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to be posting a money cash reward. I feel like sometimes people will find a cat, especially Rarity, and just see how sweet and loving she is and probably want to keep her. So I'm hoping that, like,
I honestly kind of hope that's what's happened.
If someone does have her, they'll see the cash reward and they'll say, you know what, I'd rather have the cash. I don't know why are like cash rewards a thing. I feel like that's the reason why. And it also gives people more of a reason to help look for her. I don't know, but I'm letting you guys know that Tommy and I are doing everything we can. And it's just like, I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. It feels like I can't continue on with my life until I find her, and it just feels heavy and it feels lonely. And instead of letting like the depression and the pain of losing Rarity keep me from doing what I have to do on a day-to-day basis, her well-being is what is pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. I just don't really know what else to say about the situation. Like, I just beat myself up constantly, and I literally hate myself right in this current moment because it's like, ugh, why couldn't I have just closed the fucking door the whole way? Like, I genuinely don't understand why it had to happen. I am one of those people who are like, everything happens for a reason.
I don't either. None of us do. That's why people are upset. It did not have to happen. You could have not taken your pets to a strange place 19 hours away where it was about to be extremely cold.
Bro, I can't find a reason for this.
Where there weren't new animals that they may or may not interact well with. You did all of that and put no identification on them in case they did get out in a stressful moment or something happened. You traveled with them with no identification on them.
Hopefully it's no longer snowing. It has completely melted. So maybe she'll find her way back home before I find her. The looking and the finding and the posting has not stopped. Again, if you guys have any more advice that you want to give me, please message me on Instagram. I am willing to take any and all advice. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.
While this has been going on, we've gotten proof of life of Twinkie. I want to take a look at a post from Emily, Tommy, whatever. Emily. Just want to take a look here at the state of Twinkie's nails here in this post from Emily. This was a post to prove that Twinkie was getting along fine with Emily's dog. I'm not really interested in that portion of the post. I really just want to look at Twinkie's nails here. This is part of an ongoing issue with Twinkie's nails not being maintained super well. As you can see, this is not an isolated incident of overgrowth. Yeah. So I want to circle back around to what I said about this being an accident, but just not in the way that she wants us to think. And if you're familiar with the theories about what happened to Gracie, this probably won't come as much of a surprise, although this is purely speculation on my part. I don't think all of these animals were getting along great, particularly the cats. I think it's possible the cats were stressed out by the new dog, by the other cat, and I think that it's possible that a cat was meant to get out. It just wasn't necessarily meant to be Rarity. I think that there may have been an issue between Emily's cat and one of the other animals, or between Wasabi and Emily's dog or cat, and I think that one of them was meant to get out. Again, speculation on my part, but I think the wrong cat got out. As she said herself, Rarity was always very clingy. We have seen that in her videos. 9 times out of 10, I feel like when we see a cat, hovering around her in one of her vlogs, it's Rarity. So make of that what you will. Again, just my opinion, pure speculation. I don't really know, but I don't think this was the truth either.